Alright, hey guys, well, we're going to take a look at the Desert Valley course here again. Kind of do some different perspectives with a little bit different wind here. So we are going to go, thinking something along the lines of a grabber. You can either go silver or golden tee here with a little bit of tailwind. And I'm just going to try to poke this up onto this second island here. So here you can see it's just creeping on. So this should get us a little bit better angle. We can typically end up, I may be able to get there by just going like this with maybe like a top spin ball. It's close. It's close. So this is kind of an alternative to going maniacs when you get a tailwind. So let's just see what this looks like. Looks like I got over the mountain. Oh, it just hit the front of the green. That might be okay. So let's see how far it rolls out. Let's see if it holds up. Because there's some, oh yeah, it definitely held up. It's got to be tight because I got the points for it. So there you can see it just rolled out. Alternatively, if we would have caught the rough, we would have still had, top spin and got it to about 80 feet. Hopefully. And we would have still been able to roll it down there. But there you have it, kind of an alternative way to go. Here you can see a much better wind this go round. So what I typically might do with this is I can kind of stay off this drive a little bit. And I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of here for my alignment. I don't want to get too risky here with my shot because this wind is super easy. So, when you get the wind like this, you'll drive it a little bit farther. And this second shot, it won't need to be, I won't need to play this much uphill. I think with the 6-wood, this is going to get there. So you can see I'm 240, 232. It's like 8 yards uphill. Typically I'll play 15 to 20, but with this wind, I think it's going to get there. So I'm going to just play it out to the right just a little bit to be better safe than sorry on my distance control. But here you can see up into the green. And a good chance to roll this in for bird. So here we are rolling along. So let's keep going here. What I'll typically do with this wind, always club up to the wood. It does make it easier to stop the ball. The irons are going to come in really low. So I don't think this wind is going to play that much. 229, that's 13 yards shorts. This is probably enough, and it probably needs a little bit taken off. I don't know how much, but I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 97 and maybe even 96, 95%. Speed looks pretty good, as you can see. We are in there. Oh, wow, look at this wind. So this almost entices you to really try to blast this one up there. So let's see if we can keep this straight. Can't tell. Looks like it's leaking. Nope. So into the water. So, if you want to, just play it safe and of course we get that's like the best pin scenario too. So let's just go back. I'll just go back and waste some gems, and let's do it again because this is kind of good training here. And I'm not sure if I pulled that or if it was the wind that took it. Just trying to get a feel for where I am here. Should pay more attention to that. So let's try to do this. Again, this will roll into the water if I'm not careful. Sure enough, right into the water. So I'm pretty sure I pulled that one. There's no way the wind took it that far. So let's do it again. Why not? One more try. Oh, that's definitely coming off left. Did I hit the right club? Yeah, so we're on the back tee here, apparently. This isn't getting there. So I guess all for nothing. I should have just laid up, because I've been wanting to show you guys, the alternative way to play this hole. Should have just not wasted those mulligans, and just kind of wasteful, because we're just going to lay up anyway. So let's take a look here. I do want to kind of discuss this. Here you can see 102, 123 with all that wind. This is close to getting there. It's close enough that I'm not going to try to do anything else, because this is a very tough pin. I almost needed to leave it just a little bit shorter, because you can see that this rough on the right-hand side is almost coming into play. So I need to make sure that I'm playing a considerable amount of wind, and we are just going to try to blast this. And just a little bit short, as you can see. You can see, overall, not too bad of a play. And we're able to get that up there. So here you can see another nice wind. Anytime I get nice wind, I'm just going to go B1 and just essentially just put it out here and play. That's a very similar pin to the last one. It's not my favorite. I like having some green to work with here, which I did not get. So with an 8-iron, you are going to need to play a substantial amount of wind, which you can see that I'm trying to do here. Thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe here. 126. I think this is probably going to be pretty close. Might not quite get there. Nope, it got there with the downslope. So had I just played just a touch better on the wind, would have been able to get some great shot points there. Ooh, that's a tough pin, but we got a good wind for it. So I typically don't play this really uphill at all, or very, very little. So 267, 262. I'm almost thinking with a little bit of tailwind, this is almost set up pretty perfect. So I'm going to probably just go for it. Might come up just a hair short, maybe, which is okay by me if it does. And sure enough, it is just a touch short. As you can see, not a lot of room to work with behind there. So we don't want to get too risky. Now you can see we're able to roll it in. So let's keep going here. We're going to go B1 again. And then on this one, we are going, I tried going for it last time. This drive's even worse than the last one. Oh, I hate when that happens. So I just wasted a mulligan. They make that far too easy. I really hope that it's something that they kind of refine a bit. Almost like a notification method. Are you sure you want to use your mulligan? I waste so many mulligans on re-teed drives. It's not even funny, because the club box will just close on me. So here we are going to do the B3 and just bend it around the tree. What I typically like to do here is I like to use no spin. This is not a good wind for no spin. So I almost feel obligated to spin this one, unfortunately. So it's a little bit easier if I have more green to work with, which I don't. So I kind of drew bad luck here. So we got to kind of change the way that we play it. You can see 12 miles per hour down. We are going to need to do a percentage play. And the big question is how much to come off. And it's a tough question to answer here. I'm thinking 90-ish percent. So there's 90. Looks pretty good. I'm going to get some more great shot points. 89 would have been even better. So there you have it. Straight into the wind. Again, it looks like not the best tee box. Typically, what I'll do if I'm going for this is I'll need to go kind of like a 3-wood and then some kind of slice shot. I'll typically do some kind of version of A1, some kind of controlled version of that. In this scenario, we are going to probably just aim over here with, probably don't even need the grabber, I gotta be honest. And we are going to do B1, maybe with a little bit of power off. Now, did I use the grabber? I thought I took it off. So, grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does here because this is no longer going to be enough. So I would have had enough at the 103 club. Now I got to go up all the way to 128. So not as happy about that, which will probably make me use a grabber. So with this being said, this is probably 110-ish. So I'll probably still need to come off maybe 10-12% here. And you also see, you have to play a significant amount of wind because these short irons, they really get affected by wind. So there it is, funneling down just a little bit short, but all in all, not a bad shot. See, the laying up method, can have its advantages. You really kind of hone in there. You're not going to get the eagles, but, you can really play mistake-free golf when you just put it out there and play. So this is another kind of good wind for this shot. So I'm thinking maybe 9-iron. This will typically land maybe, I'm thinking 70-ish% club here. I'm going to play a little bit less wind. So 71%. And you can see very good distance control. I'm able to keep it from back spinning down the hill and into the water when you club up and just hit a percentage. So it is make your life just a lot easier and able to, kind of consistently get through there. Now I got a lot of great shot points. Yep, I'm going to just sneak over by about 50 points. So you can see there's a nice 3-star round for you guys to just kind of utilize. And nothing really crazy there. We essentially went for all layups except for the first hole. So, and we just essentially just took care of business and made sure, a lot of good shots in there. There wasn't a lot of long putts that I needed to even make. Everything was very controlled and in there reasonably close. So, keep those tips in mind. Good luck with your rounds. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you guys on the next time.